Hey, it's Mr. Messy. I'm here. Welcome to Creating Whimsical Masterpieces at Home with John Donato and my two assistants,
Luca,
Follow.
and today we are going to create the best book. And this is going to be a book that you're going to create. It's a journal. It's a journal, and you're going to be able to write all the best things that happened to you, or that you ate, or that you heard, or that you did, or that you saw, or that you sang, or that you created. And it's a family journal, which means everybody gets to add an entry in every day, and then at the end of the day, you get to read it. So with my two assistants here,
Yeah.
all right, we're going to help you make this, right?
Yep,
Ready to go, guys?
yep.
All right, let's have some fun. The first thing we're going to need are the materials for this project. So look around the house and see if you can find the following. An empty cereal box or some sort of cardboard box of that caliber, some colored markers, some masking tape would be really good, glue, string, scissors, loose leaf paper, and magazine. So let's get started with step number one, the cereal box. Take the empty cereal box, and we're going to cut it along one of the side seams right there to open it up. And then once we do that, we're going to want to start cutting all those tabbed areas off, all those little areas on the outside. So get rid of those, cut all them off, just put them aside, you won't need them again. And then once you're finished with that, we're going to put it down and move on to the next step. In step two, we are going to be putting together the pages for the interior of the journal and the cover. So take your loose leaf paper and you're going to fold them in half. And then you're going to put one aside, and then you're going to fold a second. Then you take the second and put it inside the first. And continue to do that in twos. This is what they call sections of a book in the binding world. Take another one and put it inside that third sheet, and get yourself about 6 of those. Hang on to one because we're going to use that to measure the book cover. For the book cover, you're going to take your cardboard from the cereal box. You're going to put one of the sections on there, and you're going to make the cover a little bigger than the section, a little bigger than the loose leaf paper. And you can use a straight edge if you like, and line out the marks that you made. And then you're going to cut out about 2 of these from the cardboard box. So you can cut out your first one, and then you can cut out your second. And be mindful, they need to be a little bigger than the sections that you folded together. So I'm going to cut out my first one, then I'll cut out my second. You can pause the video if you need to do this, and then you can continue when you're finished. When you're finished with those, you can put those down. We are now going to do the binding. So we're going to put our little edge there. This is going to have to be a little more secure, a little more stable. So we're going to cut a few pieces, about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch wide, as long as the cover. And we're going to cut a few of those out, and we're going to glue them together. Later on, we'll actually use a heavier piece of cardboard to make it even sturdier, if you have it. So I'm going to put one of those down. I'm going to cut a second, and then we're going to use our glue to put those together. Sometimes I'll use a piece of paper, something to smooth the glue out. Again, put them together. The less glue, the better. It dries faster. And then I'm going to actually add that extra spine to it. So you can see how the book's going to start to come together. I'm going to take a heavier piece of cardboard, and I'm going to line that out same size, and then I'm going to cut it out and glue it to those strips of cereal box. So you could put those aside now and hang on to one of the covers, the front or the back, and we're going to cut some paper that we're going to do our artwork on, and then we will fasten it to the covers. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to size it up so that I can cover up this back or front of the book. I'm going to size up my paper. I'm going to cut that out. I'm going to get 2 of them, one for the front, one for the back, and then you could do 2 more for the interior of the covers. So you're going to end up with 4 sheets of this paper altogether. You can see here how we're going to, I'm going to save this spare paper, but you can see here how we're going to use those sheets of paper to cover up the cardboard with our nice artwork. So we're going to put those aside for now because we're going to get to that later. Okay. In step 4, we are actually going to put the book jacket together. So we're going to attach the spine to the front and back cover. We take our spine, now nice and dry, and I'm going to take masking tape and put it on the outside of each part of the spine, overlapping, so that there's extra tape on the outside. Make it a little longer too, so we have tabs to connect. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a second. So there we go, we're gonna put that on there. So now you see the tape, the sticky part's up, And then we can affix our cover. Leave a little bit of a space, about 1/8 inch, so that it'll bend. So we're going to do that on each side. Line it up, put it on there and make it stick. And once that's affixed, you can see that we have a really nice hinged book spine. As we back out, pick it up and show you that this will actually open and close just like a book cover. But we want to get tape all the way around that to secure it. So first I'm going to use the tabs to really make them stay lined up. And then I'm going to grab some extra masking tape and I'm just going to cover up the interior or the exterior. It really doesn't matter at this point which side you're using. But you're going to want to put extra tape on there because this is the moving parts of the book and you want to make sure it's secure. In step 5, coming up, I'm going to enlist Paolo and Luca to help me out here with a little bit of artwork. So we're going to take those 4 sheets that we made before and we're going to just do some artwork. So I'm going to do these 2 with markers. I'm going to have Luca and Paolo help me out with this because they're really good at coloring. I keep this little spare piece in the middle just to test out colors sometimes. So here they are, filling it in with all different colors. Now you can do your own design, really doesn't matter, but just fill it in with a lot of nice colors. I'm going to use this for my front and my back. And Luca's going to add the title of the book after he fills in all the black lines again to clean up where there might have been a little bit of ink bleeding. And he's going to put in the best book. And he's going to decorate a little more later, but I'm going to get my letters in. That's going to be my front cover. The other will be the back. So coloring in the covers is one technique, but I'm going to show you something else I like to do, a little collage. And you can use the colored sheets as well as the other 2 sheets that we had that we're going to use on the inside of the cover. So step 6, I'm going to show you how to do a little collaging. First, we're going to do that with the color sheets. I'm going to take a little drawing that Luca made. Thank you, Luca. And we're going to put it in position right there in the middle. I'm going to trim it up a little bit. And then I'm going to put some glue on the back and I'm going to put it right in on my magic marker book cover. So while you were busy on your book cover, I cut out a whole bunch of little shapes from magazines. All kinds of little pictures that I liked and cartoons and words. We're going to use those to do some collaging, which I'll show you. So we take the other pieces of paper that we had. We had 2 other ones. And I'm just going to start filling this in with really nice designs and some sayings and some pictures, things that I like. Give it a little personal touch. So you can stay within the lines of your paper or you can go on the outside and then trim it later on if you like. One way or the other. I use a paintbrush or a little piece of cardboard to put the glue on the back of the pictures and then I put it down. Sometimes I'll actually glue the whole paper and then I'll put some of the paper glued to it. Either way you like to do it works just fine. So you can glue the backs of the pieces or you can glue the whole sheet. Right here I'm gluing the back and then I'm adding in some colored stripes that I made. I'm just going to try to make it look nice. In step 7, we're going to start attaching the artwork to the front and back cover and the inside covers. So I like to put the glue right on the board and then I use a paintbrush if you have an old one. And I'll actually spread it all around nice and thin. And then I'll actually affix the artwork that I created right onto the panels, right onto the book cover. So this is the inside of the front book cover. This would be facing you once you open the book. And then I'm going to take my other collage that I made and I'm going to put it on the other side. So again, if you open the book, you would see this try on the left and then you would see the one with the heart on the right. So I fix those and I put them down and make sure they're secure. Now that the interior is done, we're going to do the front of the book, the outside. And on the left here is going to be the back cover. Okay, so I'm going to put my back cover. That's the one I wanted to put on the back. And then over here on the right would be the front cover. So there I have Luca's artwork and Paolo's artwork. I put it on there and make sure it's secure. In step 8, you're going to need your string and your scissors because now we're going to do the binding. It's going to hold the pages in. So if you look at this, you can see I have these little strings that I attached on the book, and then our pages would slip into those. So I'm going to show you how to do that now, okay? If you recall, we now have those sections that we had. So I'm going to put my cover down, I'm going to get my sections out, and we're going to put all these sections inside the book. So first we're going to get a nice length of string, at least twice the size of the height of the book, okay? Give yourself some extra, all right? So probably about 3 times as wide. You can use some of these different twine if you have it around, but I like this kind of string the best. And we're going to go it a little longer than 3 times the size of the book. And I'm going to cut it with my scissors. Carefully cut your string and bring the string underneath the inside of the binding of the book and then lay them across each other like that. Now carefully, you're going to take one string and you're going to create a loop around the other string, and then you're going to pull it through the middle, creating a knot, a single knot around the other string. And what you'll be able to do is tighten that string up simply by pulling the unknotted portion and holding the knot. Then you can move it into position so that it's secure on the firm part of the book spine, which is the heavy cardboard. Once you have it in a nice place and it's nice and tight, you can then finish the knot by taking both strings and tying them together. And once that's tight enough, you don't have to be over tight, then you move the knot to the top. That's going to be a decorative little tassel that you're going to have. Now you're going to want to recreate this step about 6 or 7 times, however many sections of paper that you have. So you'll want a string for each section of paper. So we're going to continuously, again, do this over. Make the loop, bring the string through, tighten the knot around one string, put tension on the string so it's tight, and then finish the knot and move it to the top. Okay? So you can pause the video because this takes a little time and see if you can get as many as you have sections. So take your time when you're doing this. Again, you may not get it right the first time, but you can always start again. So you create that knot around the string, you tighten it up, and you move it to the top. Once you have all the strings in and you have all the knots to the top, you're going to have a nice little tassel up there. What I do to make sure that it all stays secure is I pull the tassels up. You can see all the nice strings are nice and lined up on the inside. So I take the tassel and I cut a small piece of string and I wrap it around the tassel between the knots and the book. What this does is it's going to tighten up the strings a little more between the knot and the book. And then I'm going to knot it and then I'm just going to leave it there. Now you have all the strings nice and secure on your book. And you could always add beads to your tassel if you want. So now you have this nice book spine with all your binding on the inside. So step 9, you're actually going to slip your sections into the book one at a time. So what you do is start on the outside string to the right, pick a section, okay, just one, and you're going to slide it under the first string. So you're going to work from the right to the left. You're going to start on the outside, and then you pull the next string in, and you slip it in there, nice and gentle. And once it gets to the fold, it's going to hold itself in there nicely. Keep adding in your sections until you have them all complete. And you can always add more strings later. This is an easy process to add on to. And you can always swap pages out if you ever make any mistakes or things like that. So you can keep expanding your book. Now that all the sections are finished and in the book, your book is complete. But you have one more step, adding your entries. So Luca and Paolo are going to have the honors of putting the first entries into our book of all the best things that they remember from the day.
I want to do another book. That it helped me remember the fun things that I did each day.
It's super fun because you get to color it a lot and you get to be creative with it.
Because I yawned. Okay. I like all the colors on it. It stands out.
I liked writing the words on it.
Think of the project, boys.
I
It
thought
was fun.
Yeah, it was really fun. Maybe we can make another card for our grandparents. They would really like that.
To lighten their day up.
I know I liked doing the project with my new assistants. It was a lot more fun because I did it with more people. I think I'm going to do another book, maybe for a couple friends that I have so that they can write things down. Have a good time. Have a good day. And I hope you have fun writing in your journal all your bests. Bye.